I want to bring in Joe Azer from the Defeating the Curse podcast. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Okay, so Defeating the Curse is the name of the podcast. So that means there must be a curse.
It depends on who you ask. I, for one, teeter back and forth. I believe there's a sports curse. I think there's a fourth dimension or another dimension to sports, you know, where things happen you can't explain. In hockey, it's puck luck. We just can't explain how every puck seems to go our way because historically it hasn't.
Right.
But it's happening all of a sudden. But, you know, we've seen in this town, I'm born and raised in Arlington, Virginia.
You're a big fan. You're a DC fan.
I'm a DC fan. And admittedly, hockey is a distant fourth sport for many of us. But I think that's changing. And I think the city on a whole has really gravitated towards the Capitals. And I think even if you don't know anything about anything, you can feel the magnitude of this moment and how important it is to the city for people that have moved here and for people that have grown up here like myself as well. But the curse itself, when we look at it, a few years back, we saw Cleveland, we saw LeBron James do something crazy, you know, something almost unimaginable, bringing a championship to Cleveland. And before that, you know, we saw the Red Sox reverse a curse in baseball, the Cubs reversed a curse. There's all these stories about different curses. And again, some of it's tongue in cheek, but in reality, we've been tormented as fans of DC sports here. And that's where the genesis, that's where this whole podcast came from, almost on a whim as a joke. And it just kind of kept snowballing and snowballing and snowballing. And here we are, you know, just look at recent history.
Right.
The Nationals, you know, knock on wood somewhere,
I've
4
covered
years
that.
in a row,
Sad.
4 years in a row, the best team in baseball get bounced in the NLDS every time. So you just can't explain some of these things, just like we can't explain how the Capitals reverse an 0-2 start, beat Pittsburgh, beat Tampa. You talked about the watch parties. Like, this is something different. It feels different. It's awesome. I was there when we beat Tampa at that watch party. And I remember saying to folks that were there with me, there's as many people jumping up and down and clapping as there are hands and head just like, what did we just see? What is happening and what comes next? You know, and here we are, we're one game away. And it is unbelievable to think we are that close, you know, 60 minutes from a championship and a parade. And, you know, there's been a lot of talk about parades and when it would be. And you know, part of me wants to pump the brakes and say, hey, let's not be the first team ever to give this up and lose. But at the same time, the last time we had a championship parade here, that wasn't for the Castles, the DC United, or the Terps. The last time we had a parade, it was the Redskins, the 91-92 season. And I think the Post put it somewhere between 75 and 80,000 people. I think we're going to have 500,000 people out there if this happens. That's my gut.
People are so pumped up, and it brings us together. But I want to also ask you about this. Superstitions. You know, Howard Bernstein has not changed his red tie in weeks. Like, he wears that red tie every time. I mean, it's just a tie. It's okay. I've changed my dress, but it's a red dress every time. What have you been doing?
So I haven't worn Caps gear since that second loss in the first round. I just stopped wearing Caps gear altogether. I have coworkers that have been typing emails in all caps for weeks now, and nobody knows if they're yelling or if they're just, you know, just supporting the team indirectly.
Every email.
Every single email. There's some ladies in our office that haven't changed chip red nail polish because they don't want to jinx anything. There's people eating the same sandwiches every single day for almost a month and a half now. I mean, I personally have been wearing a tie on game days, and I hate wearing ties, but I'm wearing the same tie every game day. You know, it's part superstition, it's part just whatever it is. It's that thing you can't explain.
Whatever we gotta do.
Please, whoever's watching this, whatever you got to do.
Look into the camera and tell them.
One more game. One more game. Just one more time.
Wear whatever it was that you wore.
Yes,
I love it.
Everyone will forgive you. It's okay. They will understand.
Where are you going to be Thursday?
Tomorrow night, I'll be downtown. I will be somewhere, hopefully inside.
Not wearing a Caps jersey.
Not wearing a Caps jersey. I'll be the one person there without any Caps gear on.
We'll be able to find you easily.
But that's okay, and I think everyone will understand. But I want to be, and I told my wife, I have 3 little kids at home. I said, please, I need an exception here. I need to be downtown when this happens. This is historic, and she understands. I mean, she's seen the torment I have gone through as a Redskins fan, a Wizards fan. We could talk about the Wizards forever as well.
Don't even start me on the
and
Wizards,
I won't,
Joe.
But here we are, one game away. The Capitals can do this, and I think it's amazing to see the entire city behind them.
I love it. Joe Azer, and it's Defeating the Curse.
Yes, available everywhere.
Defeating the Curse.
Yes.
Bye-bye, Curse. I appreciate you being here so much.
Thank you for having me.
Off Script.